Hello, everybody. I'm getting situated here, and so is my dog. Can you say hello, Druid? Can you say hello, give kisses. Druid's here with me. It is 6 o'clock on the hour. It is a different time than the last couple weeks because I want to go have dinner with my son. So, thanks for coming, guys. While I'm letting you guys all pop on, I just want to say that welcome, welcome. I just want to say it is a little earlier, and it's going to be hopefully a quick one today. Hopefully, I'll get in everything that I want to talk about so that everyone can get on with their evening. If you're popping on, please say hello in the comments so I know who's here, so I know that I'm talking to someone. I'm trying to let my little druid say hello. Druid, say hello. There she is. Druid's with me for most of my coaching calls, by the way. Most of them. I mean, like, probably all of them. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much for being here. It is a little bit after 6 o'clock. So if you are here for the first time, welcome so much. I am Jill Rodriguez. I'm a women's hormonal health coach, and I'm here to help you have a lighter, more inspired experience of your female body, especially during the hormonal shifts of perimenopause. Today, I would like to talk about 2 weight loss concepts that I think are appropriate for our 15 foods for hormone balance weight loss. And these concepts are number 1, the concept of elimination, which you're all familiar with, and then number 2, the concept of crowding out. So before I talk about these things, though, I just want to thank everyone who participated in my brief survey over the weekend. I learned a lot from you guys, and what I found very exciting is that all of you are interested in hormone balance and weight loss. So that's good. I know I've got a group of you guys that are here to listen to what I have to say, my specialty. So that's great. And I'll keep on doing what I'm doing. Sound good? All right. So also, I want you to understand that, you know, while this is my area of expertise, I definitely encourage you to be part of a community here, because you could easily Google a lot of what I'm going to talk about, right? You could probably Google hormone balancing foods and find something. You could probably Google, hormone balancing exercise or something like that. And you can find all this stuff on your own. What I would like to create here is community. And what I'm offering is a chance to get to know you, for you to get to know me and each other and what you're experiencing. Specifically, what are your symptoms? What's stopping you from enjoying your life and being proud of your feminine body? What's stopping you from really enjoying being a woman at this particular time in your life? Those things you're not going to find in, a list of 15 foods, right? So that's what I would really like to get going here. So if you're on the call, close to 30 people signed up. So I hope that a lot more people are going to show up here. And if not, I know that you're going to watch the replay because I see that you guys all do. In addition to what I was just saying about community, know that until I can take a look at how you are living your life, what your dieting history was like, what you're currently doing, what your doctor has told you, if you like the work that you're doing, if you like your career, if you're happy in your relationships, until I know this stuff about you, while I'm about to share is solid, it's a good place to start, there's just so much more for you, okay? So I really encourage you to share your stories with me and ask any questions that you might have. I certainly have a lot of topics, especially after that survey, that went out this weekend. So thank you, but I also, want to keep it relevant. I can definitely share my stories and my clients, but I want to know you. Okay, so let's begin with our topic today. Beginning with the concept of elimination, which you guys are all familiar with because this is how um, dieting approaches nutrition, right? We want to eliminate the things that cause us trouble. We want to, so there's no more bread, right? There's no more wine. There's no more treats. I'm not going to have any more of this or that or the other thing. That's how we eliminate things. Another way to look at that is with an elimination diet, right? Trying to figure out if we have food allergies, and the best way that we can do that is to eliminate the either the high allergy foods or a particular food that you suspect that you might have an allergy to. That happened to me. I found out that I have an allergy to almonds. I think I shared that with you guys before, and I was having almond milk in my coffee every darn day. So that was a big wake-up call. Anyway, elimination, I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. You're familiar with the concept, right? Kind of makes you kind of sad. And then the second concept is the one of crowding out. So, crowding out is when we add more and more of the good stuff, right? And what happens when your body gets the good stuff that it needs, then you're free to focus and free to expend your excess energy in ways that you like doing more reading or more working or more exercise. You're less distracted when your body is doing what it needs to do and understands what to do with these nutrients, and it's not constantly shuffling sugar around all stressed out, okay? We're not designed to do that, by the way. A lot of times I'll get, in my discovery calls, I'll get someone explaining what it is they eat on a random day or on a regular day, and what I'll hear is something that they'll have in the morning that's got tons of carbs and sugar, and then they're not eating, and then for lunch tons of carbs and sugar, and then they won't eat, and so they have this spike in their blood sugar all day long. We are not designed to work that way, and especially in perimenopause, especially with hormone imbalances, we want to keep that blood sugar level steady. It's one of the ways that stress happens in our body, and it's one of the ways that we can naturally balance our hormones. So keep that in mind. So these food suggestions that I'm going to give you guys today are ones that I've chosen to give your body a break, right? So it knows what to do with them. And I'm going to briefly share a little bit about them, but I'm just going to give you these 15 ideas today so that you can either write them down or just file them in your memory bank for when you go to the grocery store so that you can begin to crowd out some of the other stuff, okay? So number one is coconut. Coconut in all forms. And you could probably guess that from the little graphic that I made for our talk today. Coconut is an anti-inflammatory food. It's a good source of healthy fats. In all forms, what I mean by that is coconut oil, the coconut meats, the coconut butter, which is a really lovely treat, and coconut milk. So I was having almond milk in my coffee every day. I switched to coconut milk. And that has been just a delightful experience because it's got a little bit of sweetness to it. Number two, grass-fed meats. Now, I wasn't a big stickler about whether or not you had conventional meats or grass-fed meats, but I can tell you for certain that when you do have a hormone imbalance and you want to work on it naturally, you want the animals that you consume to have had their native diet. So keep in mind that we want to look for those grass-fed meats. Now, generally speaking, I don't know where you guys live, but here in the big city, I live in Chicago, I'll go to the grocery store, and the difference between grass-fed meat and conventionally produced meat is about $1 or $2. And when I consider about how I spend my money, I'll spend randomly $1 here or there on just nothing, and it adds up. I prefer to spend my money on the grass-fed meats. So I tend to, and this is true with organic produce, but I tend to appreciate the foods that I spend more money on. Now, don't think that, I have this, surplus of money and it's so luxurious that I can go out and buy these things. It's not like that at all. It's actually um, an appreciation for what I have. It's like anything, right? You appreciate your handbag that you spent a little bit more money on. You feel better carrying it around. It's the same thing with grass-fed meats. I feel better, and organic produce. I feel better with that choice. And plus, it's good for your health. The third one, and this one a lot of people forget as a wonderful healthy fat, are olives. Green olives, black olives, Kalamata olives. Watch your portion sizes and just know that it's a great source of healthy fats. Number 4 is eggs. Eggs are nature's most nutrient-dense food. So if you can tolerate eggs, please add them. If you like them, they're delicious. You can make them in omelets, stratas, yeah, just by themselves, sauteed with veggies. They're one of my favorite foods. They do sometimes, they can be a high allergy food, so make sure that you've tested those. Number 5, hemp seeds. Now, hemp seeds are very high in protein, and for my vegetarians and my vegans out there, it's probably my most recommended protein source for you guys. I tend to put about a tablespoon, sometimes 2 tablespoons in my smoothie in the morning, depending on how much. I'm going to adjust myself here, you guys. My legs are falling asleep. I decided to do our little talk here from the couch because Druid, my puppy, is just so snuggly. Anyway, so hemp seeds, I'll put them in my smoothie. I will sprinkle them on my salad. Sometimes I make this chia pudding. I think I've shared the recipe with you guys before, but chia pudding, I'll put it in there and blend it up. Hemp seeds, number 5. Number 6, fermented vegetables. Now, fermented vegetables are a great source of probiotics, aiding in your gut health, repairing your gut lining, which in turn can balance your hormones, especially very good for thyroid issues. Number 7 is broccoli. Broccoli is probably my favorite vegetable. I could eat it. I would choose broccoli over like donuts. Well, that's not fair because I don't really like donuts. I would choose broccoli over anything. I was one of those weird kids too that my brother had to sit at the table to eat his broccoli, but I would just wolf it down. Anyway, just chock full of antioxidants and vitamins. It's basically a superfood. Stands out above any other vegetables. Next on the list, number 8 is ginger. I like to throw a nice chunk of ginger, like a quarter-inch chunk of ginger in my smoothie, as long as the flavors that I'm using for that particular smoothie will go with ginger. Something nice with gingers, like lemon. One of my favorite smoothies is a lemon with the rind on it, half a lemon with the rind, some green apple, ginger, my hemp seeds, collagen powder, and all that kind of stuff, and spinach. Did I say spinach? And then whirl that up. Also nice in stir fries. Ginger helps with arthritis, helps prevent cancer, it lowers cholesterol, even helps with your digestion. You should start to use some ginger. And number 9, Brazil nuts. Excellent for your thyroid. Brazil nuts are a great source of selenium. So one of the ways that I actually use it more as a supplement. And I'll take like 4 raw organic Brazil nuts in the middle of the day as kind of a little bit of a snack, a nice little chunk of healthy fats in the middle of the day. Number 10 is beets. Beets are loaded with antioxidants like zeaxanthin and lutein. Beets are also kind of like, one of my friends calls it nature's candy. and like roasted beets with a little balsamic reduction. And it's just, uh, they're just so nice. And roasted beets, steamed beets, on salads by themselves. In let's see, I had a fennel. Was it fennel? No, no, no. I'm sorry. It was arugula and beet salad the other day. So good. Beets. Add those in, everybody. Cucumbers. Now, cucumbers. I always forget about cucumbers because they don't seem to taste like a whole lot, but um, they're great in smoothies. They give a really nice flavor. They're filled with phytonutrients. Um, they're very low in anything. Like they're low in carbs, they're low in salt, fat, cholesterol, and calories. But because they're so high in water, they're 95% water. They remove waste from your system. They're great. It's a great detoxifying vegetable, and they're going to be like just bursting here in the northern hemi for the summer. Number 12 is sweet potatoes. You don't have to tell me twice about sweet potatoes. They're one of my favorite foods. Um, they're my treat. I think I posted on Facebook the other day. I had some sweet potatoes chunks with some sunflower seed butter, I think it was. Anyway, it's touted as nature's healthiest vegetable. They got lots of potassium, lots of vitamins A and C. And if you watched last week's video on what was called hormone-friendly portion sizes and tips to eat just enough, remember that the starchy vegetables like sweet potatoes is half a cup per serving. So you want one serving per meal, and that's half a cup, which is really hard for me. I don't know about you guys. Somebody just popped up and said something. Hi, Darcy. It's so nice to see you. Yeah, you finally caught up. Do you guys have any questions so far? I'm just rattling off the list here because I want to go to dinner with my son. I'm not holding anything back though, so if you guys have questions, I'm definitely here. You're gonna like this next one, you guys. Number 13. I definitely put a post on here the other day, is dark chocolate. Now, dark chocolate's great for cholesterol. It's got antioxidants. I didn't want to get too much about serving sizes of things here, but I think with the dark chocolate, it's very important for me to say that you want to have, if you're going to use it as a supplement or for health, I don't want you running out and just like buying, a whole bunch of it and eating it one day. Try 20 grams per day. Okay, remember what I said earlier about sugar being something that your body is just not used to shuffling it around all the time. So we don't want to be eating dark chocolate every single day, a couple times a day. I know that I saw a study once, I think it was in Dr. Sarah Gottfried's book. She said try it every day for about 30 days. So have any of you guys done that? Are you guys chocolate fans? Give me a thumbs up or heart if you guys like chocolate. I like it sometimes. I'd rather have broccoli. Nobody likes chocolate? All right, well, anyway, number 14 is kale. Now, kale may be a little intense for people. If it's not massaged or soft, it can be kind of rough to chew. If you have thyroid issues, then you definitely want to make sure that you're having cooked kale. The benefits far outweigh the problems, though. Okay, so kale provides a lot of folate, iron, vitamin C, vitamin K, B, as well as provitamin A. You really can't go wrong with all the green veggies, but I just put kale on here because kale is just one of those trendy veggies. I throw kale in my smoothies for sure. I like to make the kale chips. So if you guys have Trader Joe's where you are, or actually I think even conventional grocery stores have bags, like the big bags of kale already cut up. You put those out on a roasting tray and either drizzle or spray with some olive oil, coconut oil, or whatever you've got. Those are really nice, sprinkled with some sea salt, just delicious. So kale. And then the last one you may not have thought about is broccoli sprouts. Broccoli sprouts are something that I have been very much into in the last several months since I've been taking Nicole Jardim's um, hormone apprenticeship, the women's hormonal health apprenticeship. She introduced me to broccoli sprouts. I mean, I've known of them. I've had them, back in the health food days. We thought we were being healthy just because we had sprouts on our salad. But broccoli sprouts are great for estrogen dominance. They contain something called di. Here, let me see if I can say this. Diindolylmethane. Diindolylmethane. It's short for DIM. I actually have just been taking DIM because one of my hormone imbalances is excess estrogen. I've been taking DIM as a supplement. I just started though, so I don't have any results for you guys yet, but I'm definitely going to take that for 30 days and see what happened. It helps us detoxify estradiol. So if you guys don't have any questions, I just want to add before I end here, I want to be just very honest with you. When it comes to hormone balance, eliminating symptoms and losing the hormone-related weight gain, it really takes time and effort to figure out what works best for you, your unique body. So please don't get discouraged. If you haven't found what works for you yet, I'm so happy to help you. That's what I'm here for. That's why I'm doing these Facebook Lives. You can get there, I promise. I have done the work myself. I do this work with my clients. And I'm living proof. My clients are living proof. All the women in my hormone apprenticeship and their clients are living proof that you can naturally balance your hormones with your nutrition, with your lifestyle, with the way you exercise and move your body, with your thoughts. It's definitely possible. So I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad to just share with you guys in a community of our peers what we're doing with our lives and how we're staying healthy and vibrant. So thank you so much for being here, you guys. If there are no questions, I will see you guys next week. And I think our topic for next week is on cortisol. Let me look at my notes. I think we're doing high cortisol. Okay, you're welcome. Thank you so much, you guys. I will see you next week or in the Facebook group. Ciao.